Hey everyone, Nicholas here from Crippled Tech, and welcome back to another video on my PC setup. And today I'm going to show you an updated 2024 version of my BIOS UEFI settings for my PC over here. That is why my PC is not on right now. I'm going to boot straight into the BIOS. But for those who don't know what BIOS or UEFI is, BIOS stands for a basic input-output system, and UEFI stands for Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. Both are basically the same thing, but one is newer. UEFI is newer and it supports more modern features than BIOS does. But the term BIOS is still used to refer to UEFI for some reason, so we're not going to do a deep dive on that. For those who don't know, BIOS and UEFI is basically a small software that initializes the hardware of your PC when you turn the PC on. So without further delay, let's get to showing you what my BIOS settings is. Maybe I've changed some stuff since I last showed you. I don't exactly remember. It's been how many years. I'll put it up on screen somewhere. I don't remember, but yeah. So I have my monitor turned on right now. No signal because my PC is off. And to get into BIOS, there's several options, but with my PC currently off, I can just press the power button to turn on the PC and mash the delete key or F12 key. Depending on your motherboard, it may be a different key. So that is my BIOS page. As you can see, let me get my mouse cursor. Yep, you can see the cursor. So on the top left, you can see some information. My motherboard model is a B550 Aorus Pro AC from Gigabyte, and my BIOS version. Let's show you my BIOS version. F8, I can't read. Yeah. So my BIOS version is F18B. Release date is this year's July of 2024. So for those who know, that is a reference that you can make. So for BIOS page, every motherboard will be a little bit different, especially if it's a different brand. I have a Gigabyte Aorus motherboard. If you have an Asus or MSI motherboard, ASRock motherboard, they will all look different, and some settings will be called a different name, but they all do the same thing. As there are actually no industry standard on how you can display present a BIOS setting, so there is no industry standard. That is why every brand of motherboard, even from the same brand, different motherboard models have different interfaces for BIOS. So this is for this particular motherboard, B550 Aorus Pro AC. Aorus motherboard should be a little bit similar to this, even if it's a different model. So I have XMP enabled so that my RAM is running at the correct frequency out of the marketed frequency. 3600 MHz is a little bit over. If you don't turn that on, the RAM will default to this speed right here. So you want to take advantage of your full RAM speed, turn your XMP profile on. Some motherboards will call it DOCP or Expo. So different names, but they do the same thing. And in BIOS, you can actually check what you have connected. So SATA, I have one SATA disk, and M.2, two M.2 slots are populated, and this way you can check if there's any faulty components that you have installed that is not being detected in the BIOS. So let's show you my advanced settings. In the tweaker, CPU clock control is auto. I'll show you what I changed. So my precision boost overdrive, the PBO settings, I have set it to advanced. PBO limits disabled, And the overdrive scala, I have set it to auto. Curve optimizer, the curve optimizer, I have it on all cores -5. So I can only get it down to 5 on the undervolt. Anything below it will crash. So that is why I have it set to 5. And if you're wondering why I do not do per core, that is a lot of work. I don't really want to spend all that time fine-tuning each core individually for the curve optimizers. So just all cores. Of course, if you have any tips on undervolting per core using PBO, you can leave it down in the comment section down below, and I'll refer to it to see if it's applicable to me, to see if I can change it and get a better undervolt or better overclock on my CPU and get more performance. So CPU boost clock overdrive, I have it enabled positive, and max boost clock override 200. That means I have it tweaked to plus 200 MHz over the standard clock speed of the CPU. Advanced CPU settings, I have SVM mode enabled. That just enables the virtualization functionality. As during my studies, I studied one of my subjects was Android development, so I needed to emulate an Android device on my PC. So I have virtualization enabled. That is where you enable virtualization functionality in the BIOS. So SVM, you just have to find the advanced CPU settings and the SVM mode to enable it. Then you have virtualization functionality enabled. So I think that's pretty much it on the tweaker. Settings. I/O port, I have bifurcation on auto. I think, yeah, that is out of the box. I did not change that. Above 4G decoding enabled so that I can turn on resize bar support. And if you're wondering why my resize bar support is on auto not enabled, is because the other option is disabled. So the only option to turn it on is to select auto. And I think that's pretty much what I changed. Miscellaneous, I don't think I changed anything. So all my fan curves are set in the BIOS with SmartFan 5. So this is where I set all my fan curves based on the ramping up and down based on the CPU and GPU temps. And I do have every setting that I changed saved into a profile, which is profile 1. I named it after the CPU 5800X. So if in the future I do change out the CPU, I know this profile is for the 5800X. So of course all the settings and profiles will be reset. Everything will be gone after a BIOS update. So to those of you who are changing your BIOS settings, note down every change that you make, so that you have a list somewhere, either on your phone or on a piece of paper somewhere that you can refer back to after a BIOS update. So after a BIOS update, when you need to reapply all of your settings, you have a list that you can refer to go to the list one by one to set all of your settings back to what you set before, and save to a profile again, because profiles do not carry over with BIOS updates. So that is how I set up my BIOS settings. And if you have any feedback on what settings I should change, what settings I should apply more, or settings that I missed out on that I should maybe take note on, you are welcome to leave them down in the comment section down below. And of course you can have a discussion as well on what you did on your BIOS settings, how you set up your BIOS settings, and how it differs to mine. And maybe we can learn from each other what kind of BIOS settings we can configure to make sure that we are using the full potential of our hardware. And for those who are not comfortable or familiar with changing BIOS settings, you can leave it out, you can leave it out of the box. That is not an issue, but there is only one settings that I recommend you to apply, which is the memory settings, the XMP settings. Turn your XMP, turn your memory settings on. It's either called XMP, DOCP, or Expo. It's either one of these three. So turn your memory settings to profile 1 so that your memory runs at the advertised speed on the box that it came with, and not the base speed. That is one setting that you can change that directly impacts performance of your PC, that is actually a little bit noticeable in day-to-day use. So that is one setting that I recommend anyone who is not familiar with changing BIOS settings, just change that one settings. That is enough. And of course, you are welcome to point out any mistakes that I did in my BIOS settings, my setup, in the comment section down below. I'll correct them if necessary. And that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you very much for watching until the end. I hope this video has been educational to you in some way, and if it has, or if you just enjoyed this video, please leave it a like and subscribe to Crippled Tech for more tech content. This has been Nicholas, signing out. ご視聴ありがとうございました。では次の動画でまた会いましょう。じゃあね。